larger macro trends, what are the big overview of things that are happening with Asian American cinema? You know, what's happening now, what's going to be up and coming?
So I was a China person, and it would never occur to me to hide that. And I think for that reason, I felt extremely comfortable in Hollywood because I was not trying to get into, I was hired initially because of my China experience, because I spoke Chinese. I then, I think with Oliver Stone, who knows, we had just a sort of simpatico in terms of filmmaking taste. So it was always an asset as opposed to a deficit. And I really think that as long as we stay connected to, again, the grander human experience and not make it our sole raison d'etre, like, oh, I'm doing this purely for the Asian American community because I am only an Asian American, it's a benefit. And especially these days where China is going to take over the world, and Koreans taking over Hollywood, and Japan's taking over animation, and whatever. We are incredibly empowered as a bridge between East and West.
Yeah, and our goal is we want to tell good stories, but we want a lot of people to see them. We don't want them just to be relegated just to a handful of places. How can that happen?
Historically, I think independent film's always been great in that you can create roles to showcase talent, whether it's in directing, in acting, in anything, so that you can, if you can create a three-dimensional role that somehow connects with people universally across the world. That person's going to get a job to do, Armageddon or something and make some cash. That's been the game. That's been the game to get more jobs. Independent films had always been. You don't make independent films because you say, I want to just struggle. You do it because no one believes in you. That's the reality of independent film. So I think it's important to not fall into the studio model, because if you're going to do it and you want to create great roles and you believe in the actors, go after them.
You've been able to offer really multi-dimensional roles, really interesting characters. Can you go back? Does it make you even pickier on how you want to present yourself moving forward?
I think you can get spoiled. I look at it that way. I go, if I get to play anything other than a utility Asian actor there for an Asian reason, I think I'm just very lucky. It's a good opportunity. Can I go back? I would be totally lying and just bullshitting if I said, after Fast and Furious, now, I get scripts sent to me and I get to pick. No, I've worked and it's opened up doors. You go to bigger agencies and people all over the world have seen you in the film, but at the same time, they put me in a category that doesn't exist. They put it's an Asian American leading male category. That does not exist. It's great, but good for whoever that person is, So, the majority of the jobs I've done after that film, anything that I haven't done with an Asian American director, Justin Lin or the Motel movie with Michael, it is a very one-dimensional role, and